Wake up with the Steve Gruber Show. All right, 18 after the hour. Steve Gruber Show. You know that song. You've heard that song your entire life. I have. I grew up watching Meadowlark Lemon and the legendary Harlem Globetrotters. Man, I watch that stuff all the time. And in the last couple of years, I've been fortunate enough to see them live right here in East Lansing, Michigan. Took my daughter last year and her buddy. They're both 9 years old. They loved it because there's a lady on the team who's about 5'4" and can drain it from about half court pretty regular. In the studio with me, Flight Time Lang. He was here last year. He's a 6'3" guard in the 16th season, starting from Brinkley, Arkansas. It's not bad, right? The old announcer thing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me back.
I was just mentioning before we went on, 15 below, not something you're used to down where you're from.
Not at all. I think it barely gets below freezing, but every now and then we'll get a little snow, but not very often. And this morning I was telling Bob, I said, I think this is the coldest I've ever been in my life.
It's just rotten, isn't it? There's a point where it's just rotten cold, and this is it. But let's warm the folks up because the Harlem Globetrotters have made the Breslin Center for Michigan State University a regular stop on your world tour every year. And I got to tell you, it is just good. And here's what you don't find a lot of lately. Family-friendly fun. You know, just nothing, no bad words, nothing to worry about the kids going to. It's sports-related, so they're not playing on their smart machines or whatever. I mean, this is a big deal, Flight Time. I mean, it's cooler today, maybe, than it was back in the 70s, right?
Yeah, I mean, I won't necessarily say that we're cooler than those guys in the 70s, but we like to think that we are, but we realize, without them and the sacrifices that they made, that we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing now. We are an organization that's been around for now 89 years. And 89 years of consecutive touring, and it's an honor to be a part of the Globetrotters.
Yeah, I would say, and you've been here for 16 years. You're kind of the face of the Globetrotters in many ways. You're on radio, I get that, but you're out here. You're the voice. You're the face. You're the part of the PR firm, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, I've been so lucky in the past, 7-8 years, towards the end of my career to go on a bunch of different television shows. People know me from doing The Amazing Race 3 times with my partner Big Easy, who will be here on the 23rd when the team comes back. He'll be here, and we have people that come up to us all after each and every game, telling us how much they enjoyed us, on The Amazing Race, or making fun of us about certain things that we did. But just at the same time, people that weren't even really Globetrotter fans coming out, becoming Globetrotter fans as a result of how we represented ourselves on television. And it's like you said, it's great family fun entertainment, and you can be 3 years old or you can be 99 and come and have a great time.
I think the interesting thing about the Globetrotters, and you tell me where I'm right or wrong here, but I look at your program, men and women, black and white, short and tall, big and small. And after coming out of 2014, where there were so many conversations about race and division and so forth, I look at the Globetrotters as a unifying group. I mean, that is accepting of everybody, and everybody's there together and having a good time. And I wonder if you guys have those kind of conversations where you can transcend race and politics and make everybody just forget all that for a while.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're accepted by everybody. We travel all around the world. Myself, I've been to, close to 100 countries. The Globetrotters as an organization been to over 120 different countries and territories around the world. And we hear stories from players from the past and old coaches about how, like in South America, one time they went down there to play and there was a war going on. And for 2 days, they stopped the war while the Globetrotters was there. And as soon as the Globetrotters left, they went right back to fighting. So, I mean, that's pretty powerful.
That's a powerful testament to say the least. I know something else that the Globetrotters are involved with, and it's in the front pages here today because the governor here just signed some anti-bullying legislation that goes to cyberbullying, getting on Facebook and saying horrible things and different things and pushing back against that. And I know that one of the initiatives that the Globetrotters are involved with are anti-bullying measures and making sure, listen, guys, don't say these things. Let's all get along. How important are these things?
Well, it's important for us as a team and as players to be well-rounded. A few years ago, a few of my teammates and I, we attended a event called Do the Right Thing. It's an event where kids from across the nation, they submit essays to this Do the Right Thing campaign in Washington, D.C. And these kids that have the best essays or the most compelling stories, they actually come up there and, tell us about their stories in front of a large group of people. And as a result of attending that, we came up with our ABCs of bullying because we realized that it's a big deal and it's something that needs to be confronted. And like you said, there's many different forms of bullying. You got cyberbullying from text messages to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that stuff. So we just want to try to, give the kids an assembly and a fun way to understand why they shouldn't be bullies, first of all, and if they are witnessing bullying, how to, take action and be brave and show compassion in ways of preventing that from happening.
Flight Time Lang here from the Harlem Globetrotters live in the studio. You're on the Steve Gruber Show on a Wednesday morning. And as you look at your teammates, like I said, black and white, big and tall, big and small, the whole gamut of people with different backgrounds. And you look at the different circumstances of people that came from tough backgrounds and pulled themselves up. So it's also, I think, if you guys can put yourselves up here and say, if we can do this, guys, you can stay away from the guns and the drugs and the violence and the gangs and the nonsense, because you too can rise above this.
Right. I mean, myself personally, I'm definitely a testament to that. I'm the oldest of 5 sisters and 3 brothers. My mom raised 6 of us by herself, and I tell people all the time, I made a choice, not to be a bad person. My 2 brothers have been in and out of jail and prison. I mean, they're younger than me, but they made a choice. They had the same opportunities that I had, but they chose to do otherwise. So, I mean, people can make excuses all the time, but in reality, it's your decision what you want to do with your life.
It's 24 after the hour. Okay, the event's coming up Friday, January the 23rd at the Breslin Center here in East Lansing, Michigan. What do you say for people to encourage them to come see the Harlem Globetrotters?
Well, this is the Washington Generals Revenge Tour. They haven't beat us since 1971. We haven't played them in 5 years. They've been working hard. They've been training, and so far they've been playing us pretty tough every single night. But for people who want to come out and check us out, I mean, of course, like I said, you'll get to see Big Easy, my partner from The Amazing Race. We'll have our female player, Super J, there. Not the world's smallest, but the smallest Globetrotter in our history, who stands 5'2". We call him Too Tall. He'll be there. And we're also doing the camouflage ball. I have the camouflage ball here, and what we're doing is giving people a chance to nominate a military person who they think should be honored at the Globetrotter game. And if you want to go to our website, harlemglobetrotters.com, you can nominate a hometown hero to be recognized at our Globetrotter game. And we play with this basketball at the first part of the third quarters, and tickets still available at the Breslin Center box office. You can also go to harlemglobetrotters.com or the Wharton Center box office.
You've done this before.
A few times.
Nicely done. Flight Time Lang from the Harlem Globetrotters. Always a pleasure. Love to have you here. Look for him on the court January the 23rd at the Breslin Student Event Center in East Lansing, Michigan. Wednesday morning on the Steve Gruber Show.